Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. You are watching Arsenal Hong Kong, and this is another daily news video today. And obviously it's a pretty special video because I have a guest today. Obviously I could be doing this as a live stream, but I can't, of course I'm banned. But yeah, I'm with Glen today, and I'm going to be doing the match preview, the match preview video for Arsenal versus Wolves. Glen, how are you doing?
Yeah, man. It's been long since I've been here, right? Like
Yeah,
a few months since I've been here. Yes,
you've been like my first guest for like 3 or 4 months. So yeah, I've been making videos alone for a long time. So I think I might need to start bringing you more times. Anyways, thank you very much for coming today, Glen.
No problem.
So today I'm gonna be going through the Wolves game. Arsenal are back in the Premier League after a very good performance last night against Molde, the Norwegian side, which made us top of the Europa League Group B. I'm very happy with that. Of course, it's just the Europa League, but yeah, we should be winning those games, and we got a win back, and I hope that gives us confidence for this big game that's coming up against Wolves. We'll have to watch out for a few aspects of their game that's very dangerous. And first of all, I'll be going through some stats, and then we'll both be going through our predicted lineup, who we think is the best, and what formation, especially because Arteta's been changing his formation quite a lot. And we'll finish with a score prediction and maybe some goal scores. So let's go through some stats first. First of all, impressive performance by Nicolas Pepe last night against Molde. Obviously, he's banned from this game, so one of the downsides against Wolves is that Pepe won't be here. But yeah, I'll be going through some of the stats right now that he has had yesterday, and what a performance last night. After the red card, showed his attitude and just dominated a Europa League game. To be honest, that's what we want to see more. So his stats: he had the most touches. He had 80 touches. He had the most crosses, 12 crosses. Sorry, and as a winger, 12 crosses is good. Most touches in the opposition's box, 11 times, which is also very good. We need to see more of this in the Premier League, especially. He took 9 players, most take-ons completed in this game. Also the player with the most shots, 6 shots, and also the most chances created, 4 chances created, which is good. We're missing Ozil, and that's the player we need. And finally, joint most shots on target, 2 shots on target, which is also excellent. He basically won every attacking stat that you would want to see in the game. Glenn, how do you feel about those stats?
That is what I want to see from Pepe more. Not just in one game. I want to see that like in every single game, and not in the Europa League, as you've said. I want to see that more in the Premier League. I'm not sure about the Ozil comments. We need Ozil. Of course, every time we lose a game, people are going to be bringing up Ozil, obviously, because we struggle in creating. But I was happy yesterday with the second half. The first half was terrible. The second half, I was happy that we were creating chances. Pepe looked good. Nelson looked good. Nketiah, I'm not sure. Lacazette, I'm not sure. Willock looked good. The only thing with Pepe, I'd say, is like he'd take 20 shots and 19 of them would go off target. I don't know. Like every time he just passes past the far post again and again and again and again. Yes, he will shoot on target once in a while, but I don't know. Like it rarely goes in. But I'm hoping this can be like the change of his fortunes, and maybe he can like dominate the next few Europa League games since he's now banned from the Premier League. And then when he comes back, he's fresh and ready to go against Southampton.
Yeah, I think it's time for him to step up. He just got a red card. I agree with you. It's unacceptable, the headbutt. I woke up at 4 a.m. to watch that game, stayed up until 4 a.m, and it was a school day. It's crazy. So I didn't sleep a lot. And yes, to watch that, Pepe had ruined us the game. Leeds were taking their chances. Bernd Leno was saving us. we were saving ourselves. They were missing their own chances that they created, and it was our chance to score, and we missed. And I think we went more defensive after we were playing well until Pepe did the headbutt and got the red card, and we were one man down, and we had to defend. We had to play park the bus, at least to get 1 point. There was no way we were gonna get 3 points, and yes, it's very disappointing. But against Molde last night, as I've said, he got every stat right. What you said about Ozil, I agree with you, because now everyone's saying, "Oh, we're missing Ozil." I think there's some aspects of the game where we're missing him in terms of like the passing in the middle. I saw this analysis, like this video analysis of Arsenal in the past few months, and you just see the two midfielders, Ceballos, whether it's Xhaka, El Neni, or Partey in the middle, and the two wing backs, Bellerin and Maitland-Niles sometimes, or Kieran Tierney. You just see someone in the middle. Now we play 4-2-3-1, but even when we play 3-4-3, there's this blank space in the middle where Ozil would usually put himself. And I think we do take our chances. Like, we're all right at taking our chances. We're one of the average teams taking our chances. What you can see from the ratio, from the amount of goals we've scored, from the chance created, we're one of the okay teams. Like, I think it was like 7th or 8th from what I've seen. But from the amount of chances created, we're in like the bottom 5. And you see, even from lower, even like low, like relegating teams are like creating more chances than us, and I think it's just unacceptable. So as I've said, there are a few parts of Ozil's game that we're missing, but I think it could be just resolved with a new signing. Now, I agree with you, and we're still conceding goals from that part. I think we'll be conceding more goals if Ozil is playing, because he doesn't track back. He's like a lazy type of player, if you know what I'm saying. But yes, we're definitely missing some aspects of the game. And actually, I would keep Ozil in the squad, but I would only use him in some specific games where we need him. Like usually when we play like some like Leicester or Leeds, I think we definitely needed him in Leeds because there was so much space. And then he could keep the ball whilst the wingers could run around and then receive the ball. Instead, the wingers had to get the ball from deep and run around with the ball. And it's just some small things like this that just makes it harder for us. And it just completely makes sense while we're one of the bottom 5 teams with the least amount of chances created. So I think Ozil's definitely needed. In sometimes, but we're also talking about Dominic Szoboszlai. Have you heard of that, Glenn?
Yeah, just before we get into the Salzburg player, I just wanted to mention that it's not also just about creating. We've been missing a lot of chances. So even with Ozil there, Lacazette has missed so many chances. Saka missed another one the other day. He missed one against United, the header. He missed one against City. Aubameyang has missed a couple. Pepe has missed a couple. Willian has missed a couple. So, I don't know. We also need to start taking our chances. And I was also happy with the youngsters that came on yesterday. Smith Rowe, Balogun. About, I can't mention that name. That Salzburg player still not know how to mention his name.
Yeah,
so.
Same. I took my time. I was saying it completely wrong before. But now I know it's Szoboszlai. So, Szoboszlai.
Yeah, what's his first name?
Dominic, you can just call him that. That's what I called him in one of my videos.
Dominic. So Dominic, I think we need a player like that anyway. We just need, I don't know, the players who are here, the still Wenger boys. Like we still have El Neni, Xhaka, Mustafi, Bellerin, even Leno. I think all of them are Leno under Wenger. I don't know. I think maybe the Emirates season, but most of them are still under Wenger. Most of them are still under Emirates. So we still need a few changes. So first of all, you just need new, fresh blood at Arsenal, and a player like that will definitely work out for that. But speaking of him, they played against Bayern the other day and he got 2 one-on-one chances and he smashed them over the bar. I was like, oh no. He was one-on-one against Neuer both times and he smashed them over the bar. So I hope he's not coming to Arsenal to do that. But he's getting himself into the box. He's creating chances, kind of like the way Ramsey used to get himself in the box. So yeah, I don't mind him. I'd take him.
Yeah, same. I agree. I actually don't care about him missing. Well, of course, I'd like him to score those occasions. I think I saw one of them last night, but I didn't notice Sobozlai, so I'm kind of sad to hear that. But yeah, he needs as long as we've got someone that's like good. From what I've seen, from the videos I've seen, Sobozlai, he can score from outside the box. He can create chances. He's got skills, like a lot of skills. He's a very talented player and also very young. And for 22 million, from what I saw, he's dominating the Austrian league right now. So yeah, I agree with you. I would definitely take him, to be honest. And yeah, I think he's a great player that we need. Especially, you see, like a team like Wolves, they play in counterattack, and I think there's a player in the middle missing. Last time we played Wolves, I remember we played away and we beat them 2-0. Was there Ozil featured in that game? I don't remember. I don't think he was, because that was after coronavirus, right after the lockdown. So when it restarted, yeah, he wasn't selected, and now he hasn't even been selected in the 23-man squad. So as I've said, Ozil could be. I think he deserves to be in that 23-man squad. Maybe doesn't deserve, but we definitely need him in some specific games. Or else, in general, you get Sobozlai, to be honest. 22 million, we can get money for him. It's not a lot. And for a very good player, very underrated. And that'll be exactly what we need. So
But you do realize...
Yeah?
You do realize Ozil will never ever play for Arsenal, right?
Ooh, yeah. He's 32, I think.
And his contract is ending, and he's not in the squad, so he won't play for us again.
Yeah, I personally think he will. I think after winter he might, if we don't get Sobozlai. I hope there's like a way where you can get him back into Premier League. I don't know how it works. But yes,
in the Europa League though.
Yeah. He's still not even in the Europa League squad, I'm pretty sure. So it's pretty surprising. I don't know what he's been doing during quarantine. But I think that's enough of a talk for Ozil and Pepe. I think Pepe will be a key player. And as you said, if we see what he's played against... Oh wait, I forgot. Sorry, he's not going to be playing against Wolves. But as I've said, after that 3-game Premier League ban, hopefully he comes back better than ever. And he created some chances last night, and that's what we hope to see. Or we can buy a player, as I've said. But yeah, that was we talked about Nicolas Pepe's stats, and they were actually pretty surprising. That's a player we need. That's an example of a player we need. Another player that's also been creating a lot of chances for us, David Luiz. He's been creating a lot of chances from us. Those long balls. He shouldn't be the one creating the most chances for Arsenal in the Premier League. It's just unacceptable. It's good, but in a way, but then it definitely should be another winger or whatever. But we're lacking. We're missing an attacking midfielder. But yes, I think we've gone through stats now, and now we're missing an attacking center attacking midfielder. But could it be replaced by Emil Smith Rowe or Willock in the Premier League? I don't know. It might. It's very unlikely, I think, actually. But in that case, that means we'll be playing 4-2-3-1. So what do you think of the formation we're going to be playing, Glenn?
Against Wolves, just against Wolves.
Yeah.
The one I think we're going to play, or the one I want us to play. Which one exactly?
Oh, you can say the two if you want.
Also, for the predicted lineup, I'm thinking he'll go with the back to a back five, because the likes of Pat are injured. I don't know if he'll be back. Elneny is still out. They're still missing a couple of players. So we could see Saka as the left wing back. He had a dead leg, so he couldn't play on Thursday. Bellerin on the right, obviously, and then centre backs, I'm expecting Tini, Gabriel, and Luiz. He also went off, but I think it was just a knock. And then in the middle, we'll see Xhaka and Ceballos coming back in the squad. And then since Pepe is out, Willian has a knock. We'll probably see Aubameyang up front again. And then I'd say, actually what? I'm going to go with Saka as the left wing and Niles as the left wing back. So Saka, Aubameyang, and Niles up front, and Nelson, up front. I think Nelson will be rewarded with with a start. That is the predicted lineup. But for me, what I want is to go for, I want a back four with Tierney on the left, Bellerin on the right, Luis and Gabriel, and then in the middle, Xhaka, Ceballos, and then on the left, Saka, and then Aubameyang as a striker, and then Nelson on the right, and then the number 10 is very hard, but if Willian is fit, is the only one who can actually go there, I think. So probably Willian there.
Okay. Yeah. I think you went with a back five. I'm not very sure about that. I think Mikel Arteta doesn't take too many risks like that. I personally think he'll be keeping the same formation, except he's gonna be. I personally think he's gonna be keeping the same formation. We've been playing a 4 in the back for like a few games now, so I think he'll be going with this. I think this is gonna be our official position, our official formation for this season, and I think in this particular game, I think we'll be playing 4-2-3-1, but in a defensive shape, where the wingers I think come back. So basically, what you're saying, like kind of a 4-4-1-1, something like that, where the wingers come back.
It really depends on who's fit. If Partey is fit, obviously I'll say Xhaka, Partey, and Ceballos as a 4-3-3.
This is it's a very 50-50 situation right now. It's very hard to predict the lineups because the likes of Saka has a small injury, and then he obviously tested positive for COVID-19. You guys know that, and Thomas Partey hasn't been recovered even during the international break after his thigh injury against I think it was Aston Villa. So yes, we're definitely missing those players, but will we miss them during the game against Wolves? I hope not. I definitely hope not. So I'll be going with my predicted lineup that Mikel Arteta will go, and what I think he'll go with what we want to go personally, because last time he went, we all the fans wanted 4 at the back. Against Leeds, and he went with 4 at the back. So I think he's starting to listen in some of our opinions. And yeah, I think we've also got to trust what Mikel Arteta is doing. Sometimes there are a few players that he's putting very risky. But yeah, I hope he can develop a lot of them. So I'm gonna go with Leno, and the four defenders, probably left back. I think Kieran Tierney, he fits very well with a 4. You see, there are lots of we've got the wing backs now. Kieran Tierney had to be a left centre back before when we played 3-4-3. Now he can go up front by being a left back. Also Kolasinac, I think Kolasinac, I think he was out. I forgot what it was. Yeah, I think he got COVID, didn't he? Didn't Kolasinac?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
international break.
Yeah. But during the international break. So I think Kolasinac, anyways, he fits very well in that 4, anyways. But he won't be there. So I think Maitland-Niles might come on for Tierney or something like that. Or Tierney might just play the whole game, to be honest. On the other side, I still think it's going to be Bellerin. He's also been creating us some chances against Leeds. That pass he did to Saka, what a ball. And Saka should have finished it, should have given us the 3 points. But I guess it didn't happen. It would happen probably on another day. But the 2 in the middle now. Now this is just where anything could happen, to be honest. I think I'll go with, I'll go with if Elneny and Partey are both injured. And I'm going to go with Granit Xhaka and Ceballos. Ceballos has he been performing well against Molde? We didn't see a lot of him, but I hope to see the same we see at the start of the season. He's very average during the mid-season, to be honest. Anyways, and then I think we'll be going with three players, including a center attacking midfield. Now I don't know who will be center attacking midfield. I think we might go with I don't know actually. Pepe is also out, but I think Nelson will be replacing him. I personally think Lacazette will have to play this game. It has to be. And then Aubameyang on the left wing. And in the middle, I think it's going to be Willian, to be honest. I think Nicolas Pepe has a red card, so what can you say? I think that's what I'm going to be going with. And I hope that's what Mikel Arteta goes with. I'm not sure. I'm still not sure, and I'm still not convinced enough due to all the injuries. Even with this lineup, if we can win. I'm still not convinced enough. But if we got
How
this
about
win, it
Willock?
would be definitely very good. Willock, yes, good. I was gonna say a good question. I was gonna talk about Willock. What I saw against Leeds, he's a good Europa League player. He's still developing player. He's still very young. Obviously, I think age 21 or 20. But Joe Willock, he's still not ready for the Premier League. You can tell. We brought him. He had an outstanding performance in the Europa League, and then when we brought him in for Leeds, just wasn't ready. Just honestly wasn't ready. So yeah, that's why I'm not putting Willock. And Willian was very underrated against when we played Leeds. He was very underrated. I think he played very well. Him and Nelson played very well. I think we got to give credit and we got to give them a start. I think Nelson will be better than, obviously better than Willian, but Willian has something to prove. I think because every Arsenal fan has been saying that he's a bad signing for Arsenal. But let's hope if it's not true and that he actually performs, especially in the situation with him right now. Remember, Martinelli is still injured, and we've still got a few people recovering. So we have a few, and also we're lacking creativity, and we're definitely missing an Ozil type of player in there. So let's hope we can definitely buy someone during winter. What do you think, Glenn, about Willock? And do you think Willian is a good option for Willock in centre attacking midfield?
I mean, I was okay with us signing Willian. We made all those videos about Willian coming, Gabriel coming, but he played well in the first game. But after that, I'm not the type to say he should be sold or anything like that. But obviously, he hasn't performed. At home to West Ham, he was terrible. At home to Sheffield, terrible. At home to Leicester, terrible. My new game away, he was okay. Fulham away, he was okay. As you said, Leeds, he was okay in the first half before he was subbed off.
Yeah.
So between him and Willock, I don't know. Recently, you could say Willock is playing better. The only thing I'd say about Willian, I didn't actually say that Pepe should start ahead of Willian because I think they've been doing the same. They are not very great. So obviously, he can bring something. Since we don't have any other players to play, maybe bring in Smith or something, but I'd put Willian this weekend and see how he does. And then if he doesn't perform again, then he'll be in trouble. We've seen Lacazette playing as a number 10. When Martinelli is back, Saka can be the number 10. Sabas can play there. Pepe can play there, maybe Nelson. So his squad number will be in trouble. So Willock is okay, but as you say, they still don't think he's ready for the Premier League. Decision making, that's what he doesn't have.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's what it is. And just not enough confidence in the Premier League, because I think in his head he's thinking like, oh, it's the Premier League, it's like big, it's the biggest league in the world. So I think that's what he's thinking, and he's not enjoying himself. Compared to the Europa League, he's enjoying himself. So what were you gonna say, Glenn?
His decision making is not like jewels for his team. I've seen you putting in crosses for your teammates and at the right time. I wish Willock can do that same thing.
Hopefully, hope he can create those chances for the wingers to cross it in. I think Emil Smith Rowe. Do you think he's ready?
I mean, he's done so well in the under-23s. I've covered the last 4 games for the under-23s, and he's done so well. But Premier League, I don't know. His injuries. I know injuries is not anyone's fault, but in the Premier League, you have to be tougher than that. I mean, 1 game injured, 2 games injured. So maybe you just bring him in slowly, like on the bench, like give him 15 minutes today, give him 10 minutes next time, and then we see how he does. But as of now, I think there are like 5 people ahead of him. Saka is ahead of him. Nelson is ahead of him. Willock is ahead of him. Even Nketiah is ahead of him. I don't think they deserve to be ahead of him though. The likes of Nketiah.
Yeah. There's also I think I've also forgot about Nketiah, and I also forgot about Saka. I think if Lacazette hasn't proved enough to make Arteta during the Molde game, I think Aubameyang will go up front and Saka will go as a left winger. Saka, so underrated. He got 9th place for Golden Boy, just under Phil Foden, which is very exceptional, and he's so underrated sometimes. Like in the Premier League, he got none of the young awards, and it's very disappointing. But yeah, I think that's our predicted lineups. We've still, right now, we had to be answering questions for the youngsters, especially after all the injuries that we've been having. Obviously, Arsenal have been known. We've always been injury prone. We've always had an injury crisis during the middle of the season. And yes, I think in the past decade, I think in the past 3 years, we've definitely fixed that injury crisis issue where we're not struggling anymore. I think even with those injuries, we don't struggle. We're in the same. We have the same. We play the same level and the same intensity. And yeah, Glenn. Now, what do you think about the score predictions?
Can I just add something? I was doing the preview, the Wolves fan, and
yeah, I saw. Yeah,
actually said that holding against Leeds, he was terrible. Every time Bamford jumped, he couldn't win the ball. So Bamford dominated holding. So I'm hoping we have Luis Bacos holding against Jimenez. Those Traore crosses to Jimenez will struggle. So unfortunately, I don't want to see holding in this game. I want someone who's good in the air. So my prediction is going to be tight. We've played those guys four times since they were promoted back. Twice at the Emirates, 1-1 draw, 1-1 draw. The first time we are the ones who equalized in the final minutes. The second time they're the ones who equalized in the final minutes. At the Molde Stadium at their ground, they beat us 3-1 and we beat them 2-0. So 2 draws, one win each, and 5 goals scored for each, 5 goals conceded. So it's very similar between the two teams. So another tight one. 2-1 draw. 2-1 win. Sorry. Last season we had the most draws alongside them. I think 15 or 16. So I wouldn't be surprised if it ended as a 1-1 again. So 2-1 win. Tight one.
Yeah. We haven't actually had a lot of draws this season because in the Premier League, Leeds has been our first draw. We've had 4 wins, 4 losses until the Leeds game, which turned out to be a draw. So yes, that's our current status in the Premier League. I think we're below. We're in the second half of the table, which isn't good enough. Definitely not good enough. We're ending up like where we were last season, to be honest. And I just wanted to stop. We're missing a player, and we had a good talk about Szoboszlai today. And there's also Saka. I think he's very underrated. I think against Wolves last time away, he was the one who carried us to the win. And I think he can do that. I think Wolves will have to look at Saka very carefully because he's definitely going to be playing tonight. As whether or not he's coming in the first half or the second half, he's going to be a real threat for them. And let's hope he scores. He can create some good chances. I don't think Lacazette will really fit this type of game because come to think of it, I forgot about their fast type of play, and Lacazette is slow. I think we'll need some youngsters, a bit more youngsters and a bit faster. Nelson, excellent for that. Aubameyang, of course, he's fast. Willian in the middle, I think that'll also be all right. I don't think Willock will play this game. He shouldn't be playing this game because he didn't play well against Leeds last time. Too much pressure on him. And finally, on the left, Saka will be very good. As you mentioned about Rob Holding, I think Rob Holding, I don't think he'll be playing this game. I think it'll be David Luiz. David Luiz can have the headers done, whilst Gabriel also supporting him. I think those two is a very good Brazilian combo.
You said you don't think we'll win?
No. I said we got to watch. I forgot. I'm pretty sure I said we got to watch out or something. But yeah, I think David Luiz and Gabriel, very good combo, and we'll have to watch out. We'll have to watch out for their attacks, their counter-attacks. We'll need to be very good defensively and very sharp defensively too, and also create their chances. I think we'll score. However, it's all about not conceding the goals. Also, Bernd Leno, let's hope he can save us today. My score prediction, I think it'll be 2-1. We're home, right? Are we home or are we away? Home. Okay. I think it'll be 2-1 to Arsenal.
Yeah, makes sense. I just hope we score goals. I was just watching some records here. We are the team that has gone the most minutes without an open play goal. There is Fulham in the league, there is West Brom in the league, there is Sheffield, and we have the worst record. Can you just imagine? So that's almost crazy. 500 minutes since we last scored an open play goal. So I just hope we score goals in this game.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the last one was it's a long time. Was it like Pepe maybe? Yeah. Against Sheffield?
Yeah, Sheffield United.
It was.
That was 2 international breaks ago.
Oh wow, two! Oh my goodness, that's so far away. I remember that game. I remember celebrating, but I guess I haven't been celebrating ever since. And I've
That
been
was the
waiting
last
to
one.
celebrate properly for two international breaks. Oh yeah, and there was also Bamyang's penalty against Manu. Yeah, you're right. I think it's just the stats just show Arsenal aren't good enough, and I think the reason behind that also is creating the chances. And I think our centre attack and midfield will also be a key to this. And I think Willian is the best we have right now, to be honest, is the best because Ozil's he's not allowed to play. I'd really like to put him, but it's for the best of Arsenal right now today and Monday, of course. So Glenn, finally, what do you think your score predictions will be, and who do you think will score?
2-1 to Arsenal. Neto will score for them, and for us, Saka will score, and Gabriel will score a goal. I really wish Aubameyang could get a goal, but I'm going to go for Saka and Gabriel.
You know what? Actually, I would go with Aubameyang because he has had a long goal drought, and finally, I think Aubameyang home he'll be able to score and he'll get his confidence back because I know he's gonna score this game because if he doesn't, it's gonna be very hard for us this season. He's the one we put the most hope on and the most we expect the most from Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, obviously our captain. That's the reason why probably he's the captain of Arsenal right now. And yes, we expect a lot from him. We've got high hopes, and I really hope he scores. And I think he's gonna score this game, and he'll be back in the scoring sheet, and he'll be starting to score more goals again and again. And the other goal will also be Saka, actually, because I think Saka is always a threat against Wolves. There's so much space in Wolves between the Wolves midfielders and the Wolves defense, and I think Saka will score tonight. Not tonight, sorry, Monday night for Hong Kong time. And yeah, anything else to say, Glenn? Any last words?
Please win a game. Please, Arsenal, just win a Premier League game and let's go to the top 10. And yeah, thank you for having me again. You're the one of the first people I ever worked with, so it's always love for you. Thank you, man. You froze?
Yeah, no problem, Glenn. I heard that. No problem. Thank you very much for coming, actually, because you've been my first guest for 5 months. I've been alone making videos. It's just I'm thinking of ideas and you just don't get any views. So I'm just trying my best again. I think bringing people, it just makes it better. There's more to talk about, obviously. And Glenn, thank you very much for bringing your opinion about multiple players. And yes, guys, in the comments, also comment down below, everyone, what do you think the score prediction will be, and do you think Aubameyang will finally get his goal? And finally, also, what do you think the score prediction? What do you think the score will be? And do you think Arsenal would get a win to be back on track in the Premier League? Also, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Obviously, Glenn, you guys know his channel. He's on almost 7,000, right? 7,000 subscribers. Almost. You're on the road to there. So guys, please make sure that he gets there. Obviously, I think you're aiming for 10K. Are you aiming for 10K, Glenn? Yeah, that'd be very good, actually. 10K is a lot, it's actually a lot. I'm thinking of this like, oh my goodness, I remember when you were like 200 or not even. I remember that. And that wasn't a long time ago, actually, because that was just during the pandemic. And I because you've been making a lot of videos, I haven't. So please, if you guys want to see more videos, I want you guys to subscribe, and I want my videos to get more views and likes, obviously, and it'll give me a bigger boost to make more videos, obviously, and to enjoy with my YouTube channel, obviously. And hopefully, I was aiming for 1K by the end of this year, but it didn't happen. And I'll blame it on myself because I haven't been making enough videos. But anyways, anything could happen. I just need you guys to subscribe, and I'll be making more content for you guys. As I've said, I changed my name to Arsenal News today, and the reason behind that is because I'm going to be making Arsenal news videos every day. So yes, Glenn, it was very good to have you today. It was more like a podcast actually, but yeah, I guess it's also a match preview for the Wolves game, a long match preview, a good discussion about the match preview, and let's just hope we beat Wolves. They're away, they're scared of us. Hopefully, they're scared of us, and let's just get them.